Fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live once again. Appreciate you guys enjoying my last week's live stream. Shout out to the people that visited the stream. It's nothing like catching it live, though. Okay, I think that I get to connect with each and every person that catches me live, even though what it's like 6 in the morning, some places 10 in the morning, other places in different times all over the world. So I just wanted to share a little bit with you. I got some Alka-Seltzer. I got a heartburn. I ate some pizza. I'm hanging out with my brother. And we got some pizza yesterday. And I gotta tell you, man, I got some thin crust and Domino's. I used to work at Domino's, so I worked there for like 10 years or something like that, off and on. But yeah, I got heartburn, so that's why the Alka-Seltzer's in the cup fizzing. You know what I mean? When you guys come in, hit that like button, man. I'm just lounging. Just had kind of a relaxed day. Had to rest a day because last week was filming week. So I had to drive to Atlanta from Louisiana. As like a lot of you guys know, worked on an undisclosed project there. Worked a couple days and did 2 episodes in one day and then called it a day and then had to drive back the next day. On top of that, before leaving to Atlanta, I left from Austin to Shreveport, then Shreveport to Atlanta, and then Atlanta back to Shreveport. So yeah, it's been a very driving time. So I had to kind of unwind and reset. So, but no, I'm thankful to be back. I'm thankful for the people on this live stream. Hit that like button if you got a like button to hit, because I know some people don't have a like button. Some people don't have a lot of features. Maybe it's with your phone, you got to update the latest YouTube or something like that. I'm not really sure. But no, I'm just relaxing. Coach Hassam, your opinion on the drone situation? What drone situation? Remind me, Coach. Soldier Boy 1970. Do you think Fury should move away from the crunk style? He needs to move and not plant his feet. I think Tyson Fury needs to adapt to whoever he's fighting. I think the Crunk's just style is good, but I'm not going to necessarily just jump on the John Fury wagon simply based off the fact that John Fury might be, you know, I think John is saying that because of his own agenda. You know what I mean? He's talking negative about Sugar Hill because he may want his job, or he may just envy the relationship that Javen Sugar Hill and Tyson Fury have. You see what I mean? I think that the Crunk style could help in spots against Usyk. See, he does need to plant his feet and he does need to land solid shots. And I think the Crunk style helped him do that. Okay, because Tyson Fury before fighting and before getting with Sugar Hill Stewart was just more like a move, 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 That's basically what he was. He wasn't a bow, bow, bow. He wasn't the guy that showed you punching power that stopped people or dropped people. You know what I mean? Not saying he didn't drop people before he got with Javen Sugar Hill. What I'm saying is that Tyson Fury was not known for power. You see what I mean? He outboxed Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't knock him out or drop him. You know what I mean? It wasn't in a dynamic fashion, okay? But he showed that he was a boxer. Well, with the Crunch style, he showed that he can be aggressive, and he actually has punching power, and he was putting the punching power on the forefront. Okay? He was making that evident. He was making that definitely. Hold on a second, guys. I got to do this because I know that turns a lot of people off. Okay. All right. So Yeah, yeah, I know. Is yeah. I'm sorry about that, guys. I apologize. I mean, we get drones in here, and my moderators are not in here. So they've been seen in Texas as well. The drones. I haven't heard about it, man. I have not heard about it. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. He's just. I don't know why they're in here. Whatever. I got rid of him though. He's out. He's done. You know, the attitude Mike Tyson had in the interview was embarrassing for an American boxer. It killed American boxing for a legend to just go through with motions. Well, I think he handled it like anybody that goes to court. If you guys go to court, and you don't really want to respond or elaborate or discuss an issue, you can always say, I don't recall. Him saying, I don't really remember. Well, that's just saying, I don't recall, basically. No, Moses, no problem. Yeah, I got rid of him. Counterpunch, not to interrupt. Great answer, man. Love your channel. Soldier Boy 1970. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Conkeith org. I 100% believe that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was a rigged match. No way Tyson Fury would actually lose to him. Okay, all right, wait a minute. Let me set the record straight so we can all understand. This was an exhibition. Okay? It's an exhibition. Exhibitions are not fights. Mike Tyson sold the idea of what he could possibly do based on what he did before. That doesn't mean he was really going to do that. Now, we did see him fight Roy Jones, and he did attack Roy Jones. And you know what? If Tyson would have attacked Jake Paul like he attacked Roy Jones, that would have been a better showing. You know what I mean? Which he didn't. And I don't think it was in the plans in this exhibition. See, we got carried away with the stuff. We got carried away with the idea. We got caught up with Mike Tyson's legacy versus his age and, his overall intentions. Okay. Did you miss Munguia versus Saras? I did. Man, I was asleep. Man, I woke up at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, then did my daily videos. So they're out. You sound like you've been to one of Diddy's parties. I live in Sweden. Shout out to Sweden. Munguia got. Really? Munguia got beat? Is that what I'm hearing? Wait a minute. Let's check this out. I haven't seen it. Then it would be the fights that I don't cover. Right. Jaime Munguia. Okay. So let's see what he got here. Oh my God. Bruno Saras did his thing. TKO? Oh my God. I didn't see it. Dude. Well, I'll say this. What has happened to Jaime Munguia? I mean, what has happened in his life since he was, in the last 6 years? Because remember, 6 years ago, he was this guy that nobody knew. Nobody knew Jaime Munguia. You remember Saddam Ali was fighting Jaime Munguia, expecting to, have a pretty decent, an average fight, right? He didn't think he was going to get knocked out by that big bloke, but he did. And everybody knew who Jaime Munguia was. Now, did that mean a star was born? No. It just meant that he was better than the people that picked him thought he was. And because of that, he got knocked out. Saddam Ali was just small cat, bro. Dang, I got here late. Did I miss much? No, I started 9 minutes ago, Marlene, in the building. Circus fight. Golden Gloves here, 99. Ganja King B. Counterpunch to you. Silver Gloves, 1994. How many more years got knocked out? No. Man, I'm just telling the truth. The big silver haze blunt knocked Jake Paul out very easily, unless David Tua. Antonio Williams, Honeymoon Gio got knocked out by a single punch. I don't know who that is. Salute to Counterpunch Boxing. You have a really good channel. Keep up the great work. Alden Johnson, hashtag TBF. Appreciate you, brother. Did like the Ika Barabucci win. I didn't see it. I didn't see the fight. He said he got out. He said, get out my swamp. Not surprised. Knew Munguia's bad habits would catch up with him. You know what? Listen. Anybody that listened to me about Jaime Munguia, I told people, I said, that boy keeps his mouth open like that, he's going to get his jaw broke. I kept saying that. And he's lucky he hasn't. Lucky he's a tall, strong, structured, big-boned guy. Because if not, he would have, he'd have been like Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz got his jaw broken by Josecito Lopez. If you guys can remember that. Because remember, it was Victor Ortiz that's supposed to fall Canelo, not Josecito Lopez. Okay. So I have to remind that he was like the stand-in. So he got that check. He got that Canelo money for going in there and getting beat by Canelo. What do you think about Khabib? Khabib Nurmagomedov? Nurmagomedov? I mean, I think he's the Artur Beterbiev of MMA. Jamie got hit with a nice shot. The dude only had 4 KOs on his record. Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that. Yo, flying out tonight to Morocco. Shout out to Morocco. If you don't see me, everybody have a great Christmas holiday. The final boss, Luca Mora, counterpunch to you, brother. Have a great holiday season, man. He's been technically fouled before the Canelo fight. Well, that's the question. Or should I say that's the answer. He's fought Canelo. Maybe Jaime's not hungry no more. Look, let me tell you, he started here. Think about it. He was with Golden Boy. Okay. He signed with Golden Boy and he looked for fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. So what happened? Al Heyman hoarded so many of those fighters from 147 to 154 and to 160 to the point there is really nobody that you could put him up against like a super fight. So the only person that he really had to look forward to is to have a fight with Canelo Alvarez, which in fact Canelo didn't have to fight Jaime, but he did. And Jaime got some money. He got paid. Okay, and Jaime ain't hurting, but he really ain't hurting now. Listen, the money, I believe, changed Jaime Munguia. He's not hungry no more. Okay? He's not. He's not hungry anymore. If the money can change Gennady Golovkin, the money can change Jaime Munguia. Because Gennady Golovkin was, guys, I want all belts. But it didn't really matter when he had an option to fight Sergey Deverenchenko and to defend the IBF, right? And he let it go running after Canelo Alvarez in another Bayday, right? So yeah, the money changed him. It stopped his overall ambition and drive and motive. He wanted to be undisputed heavy middleweight champion. He fought Canelo one time and his whole demeanor changed. Even when Canelo popped dirty, at that point you should have said, well, look, let me go and keep what I got because I'm the champion, right? I'm the champion. Canelo was not the champion. Canelo was the WBC that he got off Cotto, that Cotto got off Sergio Martinez. Okay, so that being said, he was not the champion, so there was no need for Gennady Golovkin to want that Canelo money or Canelo fight, except for the money. Okay? Munguia needs defense. He's still asleep. Oh, he got knocked out. Yo, he got knocked out. Wow, 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I am well. I'm from the UK. We are missing out on some big nights of boxing, but I live the Saudis. I love the Saudis for giving us the fights that we all want to see. Soldier Boy 1970. Yeah, He's forcing everybody's hand. He's calling their bluff. He's giving him the money. He's showing people high career payday money. Okay, so a lot of times you turn things down based on like my disappointments in boxing. I always wanted to see Amir Khan versus Eric Morales. I always wanted to see Luis Ortiz versus Dillian White. You know, those type of fights. Just like I want to see now, I want to see Zhilei Zhang and Martin Bakali. But we may not ever see that fight on how things are structured and how people's paths are, what path they take to fight this guy versus the other guy. There's so many different outcomes, but in certain places, there are only certain destinations that certain fighters take. Okay, so that other destination that you might have wanted him to go down is not the destination or not the path that he walked. You know. But what's annoying is when fights are in talks or could be made and they don't happen. That's my pet peeve over some whatever. You know, the money ain't there. I'm really scared, you know, or I'm afraid to get beat. You know, I want Caleb Plant to fight Belonga or Munguia. I would like to see him fight Munguia. I think Munguia would whoop Plant. He's busy. He would probably beat Plant like Munguia beat Rosado. If you guys seen Gabe Rosado, you know, he was the one that he just outpointed him, you know, outworked him. Deontay Wilder was a good boxer. He was a very good puncher. He wasn't a good boxer. What's up with these Euro fighters giving us problems? Karen, now this dude. Styles make fights. Jose Chavez. Jamie probably having too many mistresses. Got no energy left. Yeah. Jamie Foxx at 57 years old. He knows his biological youth or, you know, endowedness or drive and all that stuff. It's coming to an end. Max, please. This is boxing, big drama show. Love Prime, Triple G. No, Max, this is boxing. Nah, no, guys. What's good, Kurt? Your watch, Gergen Hovansian versus Patrick Maulada yesterday. Good win for Guro. No, I didn't. And you guys are talking about tomorrow. Yeah, it is 12, isn't it? Okay. What you think about Philly shell? I mean, I think it's a type of defense. I think it depends on the fighter on how he uses the Philly shell. See, the styles. I mean, people talk about different styles. Let's take, for example, martial arts. People, all Taekwondo. Everyone pretty much starts in Taekwondo. I started in Taekwondo, then Muay Thai. Okay, then kickboxing, because I was in Muay Thai before kickboxing. But, you know, saying, oh, a kickboxer can beat a Taekwondo guy. Well, the styles, you know, kickboxer, bro, Muay Thai, yeah, that's dangerous. Jax, man, what's up, brother? Kurt, what do you think about Daniel Beto, heavyweight prospect from Cuba? I think he's good. But you know something? This is what I'll say about Cuban fighters. I think that most Cuban fighters that come from over there, one thing I believed and I agree with is what Errol Spence said about Cuban fighters. You guys remember him, right? Errol Spence. Man, they come over here, man. They get comfortable. I see him smiling. He got teeth and everything. He got diamonds and everything. He got all this bling bling on. Man, you know what? He comfortable. No, man, he comfortable. You know, I don't even think he wanted like that, like he had it before. That's true. I think a lot of Cubans come over here and then like, hey, their battle is won when making that flight, trip, boat ride, whatever way they came to the States. Right? And defected from everything they knew. right? They can't go back for 7 years, right? So it's Cuban fighters, their fight is outside the ring versus in. A lot of them are talented, but then again, a lot of them been amateurs so long that they know coming to the States they gotta lie. Now imagine. That's like me going to another country. I'm 45. I go to another country that this country, for whatever reason, becomes unbearable. And we got to flee the country. I go to Sweden. And in Sweden, they ask me, hey, Kurt, how old are you? I tell them 36. You see what I mean? And because you can start over. But what happens is, like, look at Luis Ortiz. He can't even take a damn jab now. Charles Martin, bit. Hey, que fue? Que fue, Luis? Right? So, yeah, that means he's older. MMA, smoke, boxing all day. Stop living in the past. Okay. Kurt, what do you think about? Okay, we already got that. One of the few channels that speak honestly, politics, be damn. Salute. CJ Rich in the building. Appreciate you, brother. You can only be yourself and you can only be real. That's it. You know, I heard one of my mentors, shout out to Shelby Bolden. Okay. I worked with this cat in my early 20s. And probably everything he did was probably not the best influence. Nonetheless, he was one of my mentors, Shelby Bowden, one of the coolest dudes you ever want to meet, right? He told me this statement and it stuck with me. And I'm going to share it with you guys, okay? I'm going to share you the quote that Shelby Bowden told to me. He said, you can be like anybody in the world, but it ain't like nothing being your goddamn self. You know? And I heard someone says something and it just feels right. It sticks. That's exactly what it is. You know? Ooh, Munguia versus Tim Zoo next. ASAP, Battle of the Losers. Damn. Revelation TV, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Bacoli versus Zhang equals retro act heavyweight fight. Tell Wakanda to share their technology. Kurt Jorgen, okay, is a very good prospect from Armenia. Okay. Have you seen Antics Kurt? Dude is hilarious. Looks something out of the Streets of Rage. Antics. Let me look that up real quick. Huh. Antics. Nah, I looked it up. I see Anpo protests. Huh. Kurt, you look like a hood Luigi. It's cold. Counterpunch, I think the Mike Tyson fight was scripted. It probably was, Patrick. Patrick, it probably was. Let's just be real. Muay Thai is a force. Muay Thai, yeah. Prime Foreman versus Bo from Holyfield 1. I don't know. I got to give it to Bo. Bo was bigger, and Bo's talented, bro. Bo actually had boxing ability. And Japanese kickboxer been trolling Ryan Garcia. Ah, that cat. Mm-hmm. Did you say Streets of Rage? Did I hear you say that? Bro, let me tell you guys something. That was like, I had a Sega. My parents bought me a Sega. So I had a Nintendo. Eventually bought a damn Game Boy, which was kind of dumb. Then bought a Sega Genesis. I got it for a Christmas present, like back in like 88 or something like that, 89. And I was so happy because one of the first games was Streets of Rage. And they were one of my favorite. Man, I used to play that so much, bro. I'm a dedicated, bona fide button masher. That's why I don't respect Like games that you just do a certain thing and he does 4 or 5 different. No, that takes the fun out of knowing how to do the damn moves. Okay. But yeah, Streets of Rage, bro. That you could call the cops. The cops come back and they shoot the rocket and kill everybody around. Yeah, it's pretty good. Stuart, what's up, brother? Counter punch to you. Yeah, Double Dragon. Yeah, Double Dragon was hard, bro. Bro, Trade West. Nintendo games were stupidly hard. They were stupidly hard. It seems like the better the graphics got, the easier the game was. Like Ninja Gaiden, Mutant Ninja Turtles, Double Dragon. Those games were hard. They were hard to play. You know, in Japan, you know the Japanese there, you know they made most of those games anyway. But do you know they made the cheat code up, down, left, right, B, A, start, right? Select start. For the 99 men, they did that for Americans because Americans don't like to challenge themselves. They don't use the code. They believe in playing it with those 3 guys. You know, Revenge of Shinobi was good. Contra, I was just talking about Contra. Moses Johnson, Counterpunch. Polar Bear versus Silverback. Oh, Silverback. Probably a polar bear. Because, you know, polar bear, you know, gorilla, you know, just damn Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden was so hard. Now they had one on PlayStation which was dope. I love the fight. I'm a gamer, bro. I love gaming. And honestly, I miss gaming. I'm going to get back on it. It's just I can't spend a lot of time with it because I work for myself. If I don't have a film to do, I'm working for myself. Right? They had a lot of boards to beat. Yeah, they did, bro. Yeah, man. AJ now versus Klitschko. No, I don't want to see that. What about Final Fight guy? Bro, I remember Final Fight from Super Nintendo. I'm going to tell you what I did. In 1992, the Super Nintendo was coming out, and they just dropped info that they were bringing and putting a Street Fighter 2 on that console. Understand something. That was the first console that ever got Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 was that game that everybody wanted to play at the arcade. I was one of them. Okay, so yeah. I stopped gaming with Tony Hawk. I seen that. I never played it. Rolling Thunder. What's wrong with Tyson Fury's punch resistance? Is he washed? No, he just got caught with shots over and over again. Usyk did not catch him with one shot. He caught him with a good shot, but there were many shots that softened that boy up. I'm trying to tell people. It ain't just he caught him with this lucky punch from the gods. That's bullshit. He caught him many times with that straight left throughout the fight. Okay? And when you get tired and someone keeps landing the same punch or good punches on you, you're going to eventually crack. So I don't buy that whole thing. Kurt, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Sega just joined forces, team up, and make some super gaming console together. That'd be more like a monopoly. And they would want too much money to split between each of them. Same here. Love gaming, but don't have time for it. But grew up in Game Boy, Atari, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, 2, Manhunt. Games during those times. Sega Genesis. Super Nintendo. I cut grass for like 3 months to save for that. I cut people's grass, bro. And I saved up for it. I think I got $10 a yard or something. I saved $300. And for whatever reason, the date that Street Fighter 2 was supposed to have been released, it was released early. So I went to Walmart, Discount City Walmart, not the Super Walmart, right? Not that. Hold on a second. Agua, necesito agua, ahora. Por favor. There we go. Crazy how easily Sony destroyed Sega Nintendo. That is crazy. They came around like Thanos, bro, and destroyed Sega and Nintendo. You know, COVID. I was watching a what was it on? I can't remember. It's called Console Wars. You guys, if you love gaming or used to game, you gotta watch Console Wars. Let me look it up for you. Let me see where it's playing. Console Wars. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here it is, dude. Console Wars. Okay? And it was because like Nintendo, they were like the mob. And then Sega was coming in, you know, and like the struggle between that. Red Dead Redemption 2 is sick. Yo, I believe you. The blinking Nintendo. Russian Attack was my favorite. I got a throwback game, Contra. Okay. But no, but I bought that sucker. The game of Street Fighter was like $69. I spent like $72 plus tax. Sega and especially Nintendo absolutely dominated before PlayStation. Yeah, until it came. When PlayStation came, it was over with. Sony killed them. In fact, Sony has a record-breaking console. PlayStation 2 was the highest bought console of all time. PlayStation 2 is the GOAT. It's the GOAT. Neo Geo was the best console of the late 80s. But see, Jeffrey, nobody had money to buy that shit but rich people. Do you think I had a Neo Geo? Okay, 1 for yes, 2 for no. How many people bought a Neo Geo growing up? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Come on. Come on. Come on, 2. Jeffrey, you bought 1. Okay, look at all those 2s, Jeffrey. Look at all them 2s. Keep going. Come on. No, I had 1. Okay, the Mayhan. Okay, you and him. The Neo Geo is a mythology. 2. Bro, I ain't had that type of money. I wish I did. You think I wish I was rich? I used to watch Silver Spoons and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and them big ass homes. Don't get me wrong, we weren't broke, but we weren't rich either. Okay? See, growing up, I didn't eat Honey Smacks and Rice Krispies and Frosted Flakes and shit. We bought that every so often. We ate Kellogg's Corn Flakes. You wanted Frosted Flakes? You better put some sugar on that shit. That's what we had. We had that and Cheerios. It ain't nothing else other than that. And the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born. Come along and just sing along if you know the words. He's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but to dream, but they got different strokes it takes. Come on. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes through the world. Everybody's got a special kind of story. Everybody's got a way to shine. It don't matter what you got, not a lot. So what? They got theirs and you got yours and I got mine. And together we'll be fine. And it takes different strokes through the world. Different it does. It takes different strokes through the world. Ooh, man. Bro, I love that show. I used to watch it every day. Every day, bro. Bro, drunk. Now I'm not drunk. Now I stopped drinking when I turned 45, bro. This is just me. Calm your ass down, Unc. Kurt, when is Dillian White fighting? Tomorrow. Dylan White will be fighting tomorrow. I will be going live for that fight. So there you go. What you talking about, Willis? You know, be you. Yeah, that's it. Lady Like Me, Elite Shining. Hello there, Lady Like Me. Counterpunch to you. Gas, here's some. Have you met Aunt Arnie Schwarzenegger? No. I'm going to tell you something, though. Have you guys heard that? It's a song by Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, they have the Arnold Schwarzenegger having different, singing different songs. And, dude, you got to hear this. I was in tears when I heard this. Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Listen to this, dude. Listen to this.
I wanna please you. I wanna show you, baby, that I need you. I want your body. I wanted to highlight when you want me to stop. And who can love you like me? Who could treat you like me? Who could treat you like me, my baby? Nobody, baby. And who can do it like me? And who could give you what you need?
Man, I heard that shit. I'm like, whoa, what fool did this? Bro. You know, I don't think like Ari Spears, you know, he has a good Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Bro, that had me I was in stitches. Where was I? I mean, it was probably like last month, a couple months ago maybe. But I heard that shit, I was like, oh my God. Nobody. Nah. I wanna love you. Oh, yeah. Good song and unique voice. Counterpunch to you. Word of the day. I always felt Arnold Schwarzenegger have sang become even a bigger star. Kurt, have you met actress Zoe Saldana? Of course. Absolutely. It's crazy. This year, we all rode around in a van for like hours. Me, Zoe, Cicely, her sister, a director, because I drove the van. So I drove the video van, basically. And the video van pretty much has to be close to set or whatever. And like, they get in, they talk or whatever. It's not a tumor. You know, it's crazy, like stuff like that. Kindergarten Cop. I remember that movie. I remember that movie very well. And the little boy, remember? No, was it the little girl? Was it the little girl? You know, boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. You remember that? Shit, you couldn't say that now. Make America great again. Get to the chopper. Counterpunch. Bro, imagine the mood. Man, where did this come from? Bro, listen. Man, let's see. That mustache could tickle my inner thoughts. Random facts. Arnold Sweat. Arnold Sweat. Ah! Ah! You look like Londo Card Reason. Who the hell is that? Oh hell, you guys have me. Oh. You talking about Billy D? How about a Colt 45? You waiting for my hand to fall off? I got a cousin in New Orleans. Shout out to Reggie Rivers. He sounds so much like him. How you doing? You doing all right, Kirk? You all right? From Star Wars, Billy D. Okay. You need to hear Arnold's Bone Thugs. Oh my God. I think I heard that. Yeah. I heard that one. I did hear that one. But please work on your content. Okay, Jude. Thanks. Good critiquing. Not women have cocks. Now women have cocks. Yeah, that's crazy. Kurt, have you met Lloyd Polite? I have not. It's the first of the month. Wake up, get up, wake up. Yeah, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Are you a philosopher? No. Joseph Parker versus AJ rematch. Well, that would make more sense if AJ would have beat him, and then he could have fought Parker and gave Parker an opportunity at the IBF like Danny Dubois is giving Joseph Parker, but he didn't. He lost. So the right man, he's fighting the right man. The right man beat Zilly Zhang, he beat Deontay Wilder, and he beat 3 other guys before that. Okay, and he took that L from Joe Joyce when Joe Joyce seemed to be indestructible. Now look at Joe Joyce. Missing. What's the most iconic movie you've done stunt work on? Oof. Probably Black Panther or Color Purple. I mean, they were the biggest. Even though Color Purple flopped. But, no. Yeah, one of those Black Panther, the original, with Chadwick Boseman. I don't know who that is, Jax, man. I don't know. Never met him, though. Hands down, Muhammad Ali. Let me share this with you guys real quick. Hang on. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I had oh my God. I found my iPad 2. right? Greatest Rocky Marciano. All right, Rocky. All right, Rocky. Let's see. I looked. Not, I haven't opened this in probably 6 or 7 years, maybe longer than that. This was probably about 9 years ago when I used to have this. I used to bring this with me everywhere, right? And I remember this because this is when I did Roots, which was at that time was a very big show to me. Usyk is the greatest for me. He's the greatest of this era. He is the greatest of this era. Oh my God. Well, Joe Louis is the heavyweight GOAT. Ah, there we go. Boom. Look at this. This was a screensaver when I turned it on. Isn't that cool? you know, um, and like I forgot like so many pictures. You look at something old and you're like, oh man, I forgot that. Eric Butterbean. Did you watch boxing today? No, I didn't, man. 556 Punisher 223. I did not. Sweet Pea was excellent. He was excellent and he was very overrated or underrated. That's what I meant to say. Kurt, you said you did Roots. Did you mean the program about slaves? I did. I doubled Forrest Whitaker in that. And because I doubled him in that, I got to double him in Black Panther. Do I look like I'm from Wakanda? No. So yeah. What an upset, man. She versus Tragic. Bro, how tall are you? It looks like the ceiling is touching your head. Yeah. Trinidad. Trinidad was very good. Trinidad was a champion. He had 3 losses. He lost to Bernard Hopkins, Winky Wright, and Roy Jones Jr. And, Tito, I liked Tito. Tito showed that he was Tito. Trinidad was pretty good. I remember years before Trinidad actually fought De La Hoya, I was talking, shout out to Joel Salceda. He was saying, you know who will beat De La Hoya? He said Felix Trinidad, and he said that, and it just stuck with me. Tito Trinidad, legend. Did he beat Oscar in your opinion? No, he didn't. But here's the thing: he lost. Oscar was not given the decision based on how he fought in the championship rounds, the last quarter of the fight. See, when you start getting your ass whooped rounds 9, 10, 11, 12, that changes people's mind very easily because now it's nowhere else to go but the end. You could have done whatever in the beginning of it. It didn't really matter. Forrest Whitaker seems like a good guy. I met him in Toronto. Forrest Whitaker's all right. He's just, he keeps to himself. But he's nice. I work with him. a lot. One of my first stunt shows, I met him. And this was back in 2012. And this was The Butler with Forrest Whitaker. And I got on that show, and it was in New Orleans. Actually, it was in Houma, Louisiana, down where the alligators are. So, recently biased for rounds 9 and 12. Oscar ran the last couple rounds. Well, he coasted. He coasted. He didn't do what he should have done. Why didn't he fight him like he fought Sugar Shane Mosley? You see what I mean? Why didn't he fight him like that? Or like he fought Fernando Vargas? Why didn't he fight him like that? You know? Because he didn't want to get hit with shots that'll probably knock him out. Because see, Trinidad, if he would have caught Trinidad if Trinidad would have caught him with a left hook, he could have knocked out De La Hoya. De La Hoya knew that. But understand, I was around all that. I seen all that behind the scenes shit. This is way before 24/7. So they only had like special programming and interviews by certain, selected, respected, like Jim Lampley and all that stuff. And De La Hoya said, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to get hit with these big shots. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to let him hit me with those big shots. I'm going to box. Roy was a badass. He was. Roy Jones Jr. was a badass. And he had a chip on his shoulder. Roy would beat you up. Oscar was at the end of his career versus Pac-Man, let's be honest. And he was also weight drained, too. He had to make 145 pounds for that. He did challenge Bernard Hopkins for the middleweight championship, right? Then he had to go back down there and fight little ass Manny at 145. Manny tore his ass up. But Oscar did admit, you guys seen the golden one, the golden boy or whatever? He admitted that, that was the first and only training camp and last that he started to drink all in between training camp. He didn't give a shit. Punisher, I wasn't sure, but that makes sense. Oscar was at the end of his career. Well, Tito would whip my ass. Oh, wait. Not me, sorry. No. Oscar was high. Yeah, Oscar probably was high. He was doing too much partying. What is the best rematch of all time? I don't know. Got to think about that one. Kurt, I always wanted to see Larry Holmes versus George Foreman. They were scheduled to fight, but it never happened. They didn't sell enough tickets. Facts. They did not sell enough tickets. But, yeah, they were older. Larry Holmes was older. Too much nose candy. Yep. Holyfield Bow 2. Yeah, that was a good one. That actually was a good one. What is your favorite boxer? Mine is Roy Jones Jr. I wish I could have seen him fight. I know it hits different when you see him live at the time. Roy Jones was probably the best of that generation. Roy Jones Jr., yeah, he's just spectacular, bro. Roy was just Roy. I think Floyd lived the fantasy that everybody really wanted to make a reality by fighting and having a perfect record. But having a perfect record in the sport of boxing, that's not really realistic. Okay? Somebody's going to get in there and beat you, or you're going to get in a situation where you're not going to come off victorious. Kurt, can you imagine a fight between Holyfield and Ika Barabucci? Yeah, it would be a war. Holyfield might get him. He'll use that head. Floyd ducked a lot of cats. Yep. He ducked Winky Wright. He didn't want none of that. Somebody like Winky Wright would have gave him, with that jab Winky got, with that high guard. Yeah. Did you, Sonny Liston, Did you, Sonny Liston, when he actually fought, instead of taking the dives, think Big George would have been good? Tito was a good boxer and devastating puncher, but the O De La Hoya fight showed he was not an elite boxer. Boxer, no. Fighter, yes. Lennox Lewis was great. Big up England. Yeah, he was. He's a great fighter. Does the CP in your stand sounds for that? Come on, bro. Yep. Nah, we don't do that here. Boom! Fred, you dead. Bye. Detroit sports fans. Katie Taylor versus Serrano was the best match. It was. Prince Nassim. He wasn't a great boxer. He was a good puncher. Yeah, man, I don't like any of that stuff, bro. I don't entertain it. I don't entertain it. Do you think Floyd really beat Castillo? I've rewatched the fight more than once and I just don't see it. No. Again, he got a gifted win. Castillo wasn't, favored. Floyd was. Kurt Ray Mercer versus David Tua would be a war. I think he's mentioned that before. Yeah, I think it would be. Hector Camacho, I never cared for Hector. It's macho time. No. I couldn't stand his style. Less than a week until Usyk versus Fury. Any decent on the undercard? No. Not that I can remember. I think it was supposed to be somebody. I can't remember now, though, to be fair. Understand that boxers, I'm glad people are starting to see the BS in boxing. James Buster Douglas. Kurt, what about Evander Holyfield versus Joe Frazier? War of wheels. Fury KOs Usyk in the 5th. Okay. Paul Ham. It's a trash undercard. Nothing that I can see. But, guys, I'm about to go back to sleep. Just wanted to touch in basis with you. I hope you guys, I've enjoyed this live stream. You guys be good, be blessed, enjoy your day, your Sunday, and everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!